And as I'm driving along, I'm actually thinking to myself, 1,000,000 people need to be cleansed. My God, this government is just... They're just beyond... They're beyond words. They honestly remind me of Hitler and all of those people that worked for Hitler. And, you know, this excuse of I'm only doing my job, you know, it's no longer a reason. It's no longer an excuse. You can't be doing this to people. You're cruel, you're evil, and that's the way it has to be. And that's the way it has to be said. Cruel, evil people are carrying out these rules and regulations for Cameron and all the other guys that he has working for them. So when I think about them now, I actually think about them in exactly the same way that I do as Hitler. Now, Hitler did the most inhuman thing that I can think of. You know, there was lots of things happened in history that I don't know about, mass murders and stuff like that, but Hitler was the worst. To pick on the Jewish people and the gypsies and the disabled, and experiment on the disabled and the gypsies and the Jews, atrocious. I mean, beyond my comprehension. But what is in my comprehension is what Mr. Cameron is doing, and I won't call him Mr. Cameron, I'll call him Bastard Cameron. He's an arsehole, and it just astonishes me that, you know, the insensitivity of this government, the callousness and the fact that they're getting away with so much. And I blame the British people. You've become born idle, you've become lazy, and you've become you just won't challenge. And I know this because I'm talking to people. And I'm talking to people that I know that are just like me. But they won't get off their asses and do anything. A lot of people I know on Facebook do. But a lot of people don't, because they just can't be asked. Now, a lot of excuses, you know. And people will come up with excuses, because that's the way the brains are now. They become so dumb. You know, they live off beans, and they live off Big Macs. Now, I will say this. I know somebody who's on the dole and forever lives on Big Macs. I can't afford to get a Big Mac. Where does that come from? You know, living on Big Macs and meals and takeaways and stuff. No, get off your ass, start working, get a job. Because I can't abide that sort of like shite either. But the attacking of the people who are unemployed, the disabled, it's a disgrace, but it will be allowed to happen. Now, next Saturday, I think it is, many people are going to be marching, of which I'm hopefully going to be one of them. Hopefully I can get out of bed and do it, but this next couple of days will show me whether I can or not. But, you know, we have to start standing up as a people. Scotland, Ireland, Wales, have I forgotten anyone? England. Start standing up and going, enough's enough. You're just cruel. You're an evil bastard, Cameron. And I'll never ever want to speak to a Tory person as long as I live. I never ever want to speak to a Liberal Democrat as long as I live. And actually, I don't want to speak to a Labour as long as I live, because they're all bastards, a lot of them. They're all in each other's pockets. You see them supposedly, you know, arguing a fight, but they don't. They're all snuggling up to each other and shagging the lives out of each other and shagging each other to death to keep the power. You know, money is not the important issue in the world anymore. It's the power. It's the control. Money allows people to get that. That's all. And the more money you have, the more power, the more control that you have. So don't delude yourself into thinking that it's all about the money and the rich people. No. Puppets on a string. That's what it comes down to. The more power they have means the more money they have. The more money you have means more power. So don't live in the world of rich and poor, poor and rich. I detest the rich. I detest all of them. Some of them help, but they don't speak out when they should speak out. And some of them don't speak out at all and don't help. They just look at you like you're a lump of shit. You know, like you just shit on the boot. And that's what they're like. But, you know, come the day, we're going to get these people back, and the bastards. And like, you know, Ceausescu and all of his missus and all of these cronies, look what happened to them. They were up against the wall and shot. That's going around the world now. That feeling is starting to happen, where we're thinking, enough enough is enough with all these bastards. You know, they're not for us. Anyone who's got 23 million in the bank like Cameron claimed all the benefits because he could for his disabled son, and then when his son dies, poor little lad, he then attacks all other disabled people, children especially. Bastard. Utter bastard. Actually, an utter fucking bastard you are, and all the people that work for you. Anyway, I'm off on one. That's it. I'm going to concentrate on the road because I'm so a lot to bed. Bye.